Today we are going to take off the lower control arm and the hub off the car. If you remember last time we had a collision with Kevin Quinn. So we had a collision with Kevin Quinn. I unfortunately tapped his rear wheel and I ended up bending what was the bolt that holds the lower control arm to the hub, whatever that bolt is called. Yeah, so when it comes to like, just gonna open up the garage doors here. Yeah, when it comes to videos and stuff, especially when it comes to working on cars, I never usually like record anything. Mainly because one, I don't usually work on the car, or if I do, it's very, very small things like bumpers and stuff like that, things I can actually do. And the other reason why I don't record it is because I don't really enjoy watching people work on cars. I think I never really watch those videos on YouTube anyway, so that's why I don't record them. But I think I'll do it this time. This is very simple, and I'm going to bring the stuff down to Darren at Group D, and we're going to check everything on the jig and make sure. Sorry, we're good. Yeah, so we're going to check everything on the jig and make sure nothing isn't bent, because that seems to be the only weakness with the kit is those bolts. And to be honest, even Darren said that he's happy enough having that as the only weakness, because there has to be something to give when you have a collision like that. I'll put the collision right here so you can see what exactly happened. So yeah, we've got our wheels that we usually use to put on the trailer of the car on it at the moment. There's the rubber mark from, I imagine Kevin's front wheel, the front wheel of the car that I hit. So what happened was, I was chasing Kevin. I got a little too close. I hit him in the front wheel. So I imagine, I don't know if the wheel's in the other garage. So I hit him with the front wheel, and then I suppose he straightened up, and because he straightened up, then the front bumper hit him, which would have done nothing to him. And then because of that, the back of his car kind of like maybe swung out because he straightened up, and then that would have hit the front of my wheel. And then that's what did the damage. Technically speaking, I probably could have continued on, but yeah, it wasn't exactly easy to drive the car after that. So yeah, I'm going to first take off the bumper. I'm then going to well actually no, first of all I have to move the car forward. I'm then going to take the bumper off, and then I'm going to jack up the car, put axle stands underneath it, and take off the wheels, and yeah, take off the lower control arm stuff. So let's get started. Hello, Cat. So first thing is first, we move the car forward. Okay, Cat has gone behind the car. She'll probably get scared. Anyway, so we move the car forward. I didn't move it too far forward. Yeah, that should be enough. Yeah, so move the car forward. Now I need to take the bumper off, jack up the car, put some axle stands underneath it, and then take off the wheels and stuff. Alright, so that's everything taken off. Lower control arm looks okay in my opinion. The tie rod looks okay. The hub looks okay in my opinion, but it's, it's, look, I'm not a welder. It might be broken. I don't know. I don't see anything obvious anyway, in my opinion. Bolt. This bolt here for the lower control arm, definitely 100%. So I need to get a new one of those. This bolt is definitely bent. This was actually hammered straight after the event. Lower control arm doesn't seem to be rocking. So it seems to be, and this concrete seems to be is relatively flat. So nothing obvious there. Yeah, I need to drop this down to Group D at Darren. It'll probably be by the end of the week before I get time, or we get time, or Darren has time to have a look at it. So I'm just going to wait till he has a bit of time, then I'll bring it down and he can check it out. So this video is going to cut here, but it'll continue in a couple of days' time. Drift cars. Right guys, so just got to go ahead to head down to Darren. We got the bits off the car, as you can see. All good. Alright guys, so we are currently heading to Group D. As you can see, well actually a couple of days ago we got the stuff off the car, the hub, the lower control arm and the accessories. We're now heading down to Darren at Group D, only a short spin over the road for us, to make sure everything's all straight, make sure everything is all good, and hopefully they are. I'm pretty sure we've 2 bent bolts, so we have to get replacements for those, and he says he has them, so that's all good. And then yeah, make sure they're all good, put them back on the car, and we get rolling for prize fight Mandalo. Whoop whoop, Group D. Knock knock, anybody home? Oh Tommy!
Right, how are you?
What's right? Yeah, I'll probably put it up there.
Yeah, I'll take a lot of it. Try to get a spot.
That's the hub anyway. Look how bent that is. There. Perfect. Right. Cheers, Tommy.
Alright, you talking to him?
Oh, Darren?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned him already. Nearly finished? Huh?
What do you think of our little video?
Think of the video?
Yeah. Group D here on the video.
Yeah, I don't want to be D-Mac.
Did you get a giggle out of it, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I wrote that script, I'm proud of it.
Oh, you wrote that script, yeah. Well, at least now everyone knows that you wrote the script.
Huh?
Everyone now knows you wrote the script. I'll link that down below. Everyone knows now, because it's on video, like. Good luck! Right, so oh shit, where's my car keys? Alright, so we just dropped off the lower control arm and the rest of the steering stuff on the damaged side of the car to Darren. He's going to put in the jig, I think tomorrow, but he said that he'll hopefully have it finished for tomorrow. I thought he might be able to check it tonight, but to be honest, he looks super busy trying to get the rental 240 going and all the customer cars that they have in between. So we will leave them there and he'll tell us when they're ready to be picked up. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, also today, or tonight for this matter, I competed in Drift Corner Grand Prix Round 2. Cool event. It was at Trackwood in Hungary. Cool little track, lots of elevation changes, pretty nice to chase. So last night I qualified 10th again, and then we were put up, so then yeah, that put me straight into top 32, and then we went up against oh, I can't remember his name. I'll put his name right here if I can remember it. In the top 32, then we went through, we beat him, got into the top 16. We versed up against, I believe Oleg was his name, and we got the win on that as well. 2 close runs. And then we got as far as the top 8. We moved up against Gaetan from France, one of Jerome Vassier's buddies, I suppose. And yeah, he qualified 2nd. He had like baller lead runs. He was like, it was just nuts. And stuck it to him on his door on entry, like probably the closest been to everyone on entry. Transitioned through the centre, left a bit too much of a gap. When I transitioned again, I had to do a bit of a dive, and then I was kind of like in the catch-up phase. And then coming over the breast of the hill, I ended up messing up my transition, carrying way too much angle, and essentially nearly straightening up, trying to stay with him. So I messed up big time. Then on my lead run, I just did my, your normal 80 points, maybe 90 points if you're lucky lead run, and yeah. So I'll throw in a quick little brief overview of all the clips I've gathered here, and yeah, enjoy that stuff. Okay, so it's been a few days since we sent off the suspension parts to get repaired, and we picked them up today. So Darren and the Group D guys have put these all in the jig to make sure they're all good for us. Lower control arm was all mint, nothing wrong with that. The only issue was this bolt here was slightly bent. To replace that with a brand new bolt, so that's all good. This tie rod end bolt was also bent. To replace that also, and the hub was also slightly bent. I suppose the contact was strong enough to bend it. Not really see it there. There we go. The contact was enough to bend it, so I re-welded it back up. Well, to put it in the jig, make sure it was all good, re-welded it back up and give it a shot of paint. So all nice and mint, all good. So time to put the lower control arm back in. Put in the tie rod end and the hub back into the car and get this thing back rolling again. Then we need to fix the rear end quarter, but that's not my job. That's not my job. I delegate. Anyway, so yeah, time to get this back in. Kind of want to do it quickly, so yeah. Right, just got all the bits and pieces put back together, but I made a mistake. So that's a brake caliper, that's a brake line, and oh I'm hoping I'm not gonna have to drop all this, but anyway, look, it's on. It seems to be all good. Nothing is bent. So yep, all ready to go. Might have to take it apart again to, yeah. Okay, so that is the S14 finished. We've come on dog, come on Mark, go. So we have the door control arm on the car now, if you can see it. Yeah, the hub and everything is all tightened up, ready to go. Just now need to bring it. We just now need to bring it down to Group D for alignment, and then we are all set. So also we've been hammering out the rear quarter panel too. So that's looking much better now. I hit the wall in practice. I think it was like my second last lap in practice or something. So yeah, it's all hammered back out now again. So it's looking good. Rear bumpers in pieces to try and fix that up some bit, but car is looking much better now. So yep, just now I need to bring it down for alignment and it's ready to go. So yeah, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Can't really see myself doing much more work working on the car videos. I personally, as I said at the start of the video, don't personally find them entertaining to watch, so I'll probably keep these type of videos down to minimum, just so that I don't go insane. But maybe if you guys really enjoy it, maybe I'll do some more. We'll see. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. IDC is coming up soon. IDC round 3 prize fight. So if you're thinking of heading Mondello Park, make sure to use my driver code AH37. There should be a video popping down now. And yeah, I'd love to see you guys there. As you know, if you use my driver code AH37, it gets me €5 per code used, and yeah, we'll put that towards transport costs, you know, lots of other things as well. So yeah, if you'd like to see that happen, yeah, make sure to use the code. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. See ya.